Seriously, this card game is so confusing. I'm never going to get it right. Guess I'll have to find another opponent so I can practice some more. Doesn't seem to be anybody around, though. Who should I ask? Crimson, is that you?
Rose, how have you been?
I've been great. How has your adventuring been?
Same old, same old.
Alright, I guess it's time to get up here and get Rose and go on this next adventure. Hey Rose, you ready to go ahead and head on out and get the Sea-Serpent's coil?
Is that the Robert Southermore?
Last I checked.
Seriously, Robert, can't you see I'm talking to an old friend? Just go on your own.
He's so cool.
He's definitely not.
I guess I can do that. Kinda used to having you with me though. Well, I hope you have fun with your friend. Before we go, let me just point out that we have timestamps in the description down below. So if you're in a hurry or just want a particular lead, you can use those to get you to where you want to be. Alright, our first stop is all the way over here in one of the old holds in the province of Skyrim, the Rift. This is where we're going to fight fiercely against a frosty foe to get the Frigid Sapphire. Getting this lead is pretty straightforward, as all you need to do is fight a world boss. Which world boss, you may ask? Well, it's an ice atronach called No Meg Ryan. You can find this thing chilling right over here on the left side of the map, right across from the Tar and Grov Way Shrine, right here. Once you've chipped away at this boss enough and have gotten your lead, you'll be ready to move on to the next one. Now, this next lead for the Meteoric beads personally gave me the most trouble, as I had to do over 3 weeks of grinding to get this thing to drop. And it wasn't until after I drafted the help of a prominent Telvanni wizard before I got mine. You get it by doing Mage's Guild daily quests. For those who are a little rusty on where to get these daily quests from, you can pick these quests up in 3 different areas. You'll find one of them right over here, deep inside the home of the bosmer, Rotwood. You'll want to make your way on over to Eldenroot, which is the big old tree right here in the center of the map. Alright, Rose, now we just need to go across from the way shrine and go to the, Rose? Oh yeah, I forgot, she's not here. Well, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and make our way to the second floor. This is where we're gonna find the Mage's Guild. When you do get to that upper level, you're gonna see the entrance right off to the left. When you get in there, you're going to go to the left side of the guild hall next to the enchanting stations, and you'll see Alvin Baron right there next to his desk. This is the Mer that's going to go ahead and hand you your daily quest. For those who don't want to run the risk of hurting the green and ending up as a reluctant volunteer to feed the local bosmer, you can head on over here to Deshawn. You'll want to make your way on over to Mournhold, home of Amalexia, the mother of Morrowind herself. Once inside, take a look at your map and you'll want to make your way on over to the left side of the city. You'll find the Mage's Guild right here. Once inside, you'll find Alvar Baron relaxing in one of the chairs right across from the Argonian Magus, Swift Prestidigitator, on the left side of the guild. Oh, you're trying to steer clear of the tribunal? Nah, no worries. We can go ahead and go into this last area, which is right over here in Stormhaven. This Mage's Guild's located within the bustling city of Wayrest. You'll find the Mage's Guild right below the bank, right here on the map. When you step inside, it's just as easy as walking in and looking behind the stairs on the right. You'll once again find Alvin Baron just hanging out on the bench. How do you stay in 3 places at once? Well, life's mysteries aside, let me go ahead and say you can only obtain 1 daily quest per day, if you're by yourself that is. But if you team up with your friends, you can share these daily quests to maximize the number of Mage's Guild daily quests you can do in a day. Speaking of friends, I wonder what Rose and that odd woman are into.
Seriously, I can't believe I keep losing to someone who just learned how to play. I'm never going to find anything that brings me joy, am I?
How about a good book?
I don't really care for books, but what do you suggest?
One there on the 3rd shelf. It's a real good one. I promise you'll like it.
I suppose I'll give it a go. It can't be as bad as those ones over at the Egg Tenders. You know, the one about the loaf and the bread and rising, and, well, that was just way too tasteful for my liking. But other than that, I'm sure a good book would be nice. I wonder why Robert hasn't bothered me.
Well, I'm off. Bye, Rose. Wait for me, Robert.
Seriously, I don't understand her infatuation with Robert.
These next 2 leads are easy to find, as both of them are located right over here within the zone of High Isle. The first one we're going to find is the Black Eltheric Pearls. This lead is simply retrieved from any clam node that you find scattered about the various shorelines of High Isle and Aminos. For those who have survived the Shadowfin node wars, you can breathe a sigh of relief, as by now the hype has died down and you can pick these up along the shorelines of High Isle without fighting the hordes of people for every last node you go for. Those were dark times indeed. Many man and mer were lost during those days. If you didn't fall to the exhaustion, then the legions of Wamasu and Crocodile would descend upon you and make sure you meet a grisly end. And the screeching of the Nirnroot never lasted long either, or as soon as it came in, it was violently ripped from the earth. What were we doing here again? Oh yeah, the next lead. You'll find this next one at a world boss over here on High Isle. It's in an area called the Serpent Bog. This is where we're going to get the lead for the Steel Serpent Fangs. When you get there, you'll see the boss right there in the back, dancing around. All you need to do is get over there and show her some moves of your own. Or call in some friends and turn this tango into a mosh pit. Put her in a corner. After you've ensured baby's had the time of her life and you've gotten your lead, you'll be ready to move on to the next one. The last lead we're going to get is the Sea Silver Chain. This lead can only be acquired from the jewelry material nodes that are only brought in through jewelry surveys. If you don't have a jewelry survey, you can get them by doing your jewelry daily crafting grids. And for those who are new to crafting, you'll need to visit Fellerin over in Somerset within the town of Eleanor, so you can start to be able to do jewelry crafting dailies. He's right outside the crafting area, and once you do his little crafting tutorial, you should be good to go. Oh, and for my console players out there who don't have the benefit of add-ons, we do have a few crafting survey video guides showing you where all these nodes are at. So if you have the survey for any of those zones, feel free to use those videos and the chapters within them to take you straight to the part where it shows you the location. Once you've secured that one, you should have all the pieces, and we need to make sure we go to High Isle to dig them all up. And like all the other mythics, once you've excavated that last lead, you'll have another amazing piece of gear to tote into battle. This mythic is definitely unique when it comes to its abilities. While you're at full health and you happen to take a hit, you gain a 40% damage reduction on incoming damage. After that, you gain something called Serpent's Rebuke for 10 seconds. While that is active, you are snared by 40%, but you do gain Major Berserk and Major Courage, increasing your damage done by 10% and your weapon and spell damage by 430. Also, you should be aware that while you're less than full health or Serpent's Rebuke is active, you don't have that damage reduction. Though the negative impact on movement is significant, there are ways to curb that by stacking speed buffs from other sources, like skills, armor sets, the swift trade on jewelry, and the Steedmundus, just to name a few. Though I'm not one to take build advice from, I do feel like this is more of a PvE type of item, as your foes in the overland ain't going to put nowhere near as much pressure as those in PvP will do. But if you find a way to work around that movement penalty, you can definitely use this in PvP. Now I believe that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and get out there and show everyone you can take a hit and pay them back with interest. Oh man, is it good to see you again, Rose. I'm just getting back from wrapping up another guy.
Robert, can you sit
What have you
to
been
read
into?
here? Quiet.
It's kind of crazy, Rose. I actually got help from a Telvanni wizard. But then later on in the adventure, things got a little dark. Got reminded of the Shadowfen Node Wars. Whew, that was a troubling time, wasn't it? Don't worry, Rose. I'll be able to regale you with all the
I'm
details of the
listening, I'm
adventure.
listening.
Let me go ahead and wrap this up. I want to go ahead and take the chance to thank y'all for hanging out with us to the end. It helps us out more than you know. And if you want to see more content like this from us, why not go ahead and like and subscribe? Maybe ring that bell for notifications so you get notified of new content when it comes out. Speaking of content, we're always working towards the next best thing. But if there's something in particular you want us to cover, whether it's old or new, why don't you go ahead and go down below in the comments and let us know down there. And we'll cover that subject in our own unique way. Also, if there's anything else you're looking for, whether it be guides or skits, we have some playlists right over here for you to enjoy. With that out of the way, we hope to see you in the next one.
Here we go. I'm gonna do it.
Hello, still trying to read here. Can't you do
Robert,
this somewhere else?
I've got
Oh,
something
hello.
for you.
Do I know you? Hold on. Weren't you just watching
Where
me
is
from the
it?
staircase?
Where is
That's a
it?
bit creepy.
Hold on just one
You
moment.
know what? I think I forgot
I know
something
it's
back
here
at the
somewhere.
shoreline. I'll be back.
Where is it? Oh, here it is. Robert, where did he go?
Wait, he's
Oh.
gone? Apparently you need to come over more often. Now, where was I?